guys, how's it going? Let's make our way through the Seaside Tunnel. This episode will be a little bit more laid back than the others. Won't be too much action, we're just going to go through here and visit a town and talk to its inhabitants. I don't want to do too much in the way of spoilers, but there won't be any combat. I'll just say that. So let's see what's going on. 5 days have passed since we entered the tunnel. Same scenery goes on and on. It's hard to keep track of time. Let's rest here today. I'm so tired, I must have walked 500 miles today. I wonder if that's a reference to, I think it was the Proclaimers. It was a 90s band. Yeah, I think that song was around by the time this was made. This is crazy, having to walk so far. Enough! You've been tired ever since we started this trip. Wow, talk about irony there, Kara. But like I said, she does toughen up, and it starts around now. Though she still has some stuff to work out. Can't be easy being a princess who has a psychotic father for a king. Lance is right. Kara, I think all of us feel the same way. Let's eat, I'm hungry. Of course, they don't really have anything to eat. I don't know, maybe they do. Let's talk to Eric, he's always full of enlightening dialogue. Hey, don't look. So I guess he's urinating over there. Lovely. People are strange. I'm afraid the longer we travel in this tunnel, the easier it will be to forget why we are here. I can imagine that being true. I don't know, like, what they do for sources of light and stuff. I mean, they do have a fire there. Maybe all ancient people were that way. Well, I don't know if all ancient people lived in tunnels, but that's just me. I want a steak and a salad. My skin has gone dry from eating weird food. Oh, that's a rather bizarre thought to entertain there, Kara. So much for what I said about her toughening up. I wonder how far this tunnel goes. Thousands of years ago, people walked through this tunnel. Somehow, when I think of the distant past, I feel so insignificant. Yeah, I can kind of relate to that feeling. Oh, and what's this horrible thing over here? Let's grab it. Oh, let's see what we... Nope, nothing. Okay, let's grab this. These mushrooms grow all over the tunnel. It's our only food. Yesterday, baked mushroom. Day before, boiled mushroom. Before that, raw. Awfully tasteless. We can't ask too much. I'll do it to live. We have to eat. This is almost reminiscent of the raft scene, actually. Except with mushrooms. Instead of eating raw fish. Oh no, Wolf found more mushrooms. It's better than starving. Well, let's eat. In this way, another day passed slowly. 8th day in the tunnel. Excuse me there, I just had to get a swig of my coffee. Unable to sleep, I stared at an underground river. At least they have fresh water. Can't sleep? No, I'm looking for more mushrooms. Just kidding. Well, at least Will has a sense of humor. Will, you've changed during this journey. Somehow you've grown up. I don't understand it myself, but I can use some strange power. My body has changed to the body of a warrior. Or at least a bard. Which sort of almost Oh, never mind. Change seems to have started when my father went to the Tower of Babel. I'm just starting to understand that power. Why did you join this dangerous expedition? Tripping over my words today. At first it was just for fun, but now it's a secret. Heh. Now we will understand why she said that later on. We will walk all day again tomorrow. Let's get some sleep. The 2 weeks since entering the tunnel, still no end in sight. Last night when I was sleeping, I heard an odd sound from above. Kara is very concerned about that sound. I'm too tired to do anything. What's that? Spooky. It almost sounds like I think the explosions make a similar sound, don't they? Wait, I hear it again. What is that sound? Yeah, it's like the falling blocks. See, once again, this is reminiscent of the raft because you have this scary part. Eric says, maybe it's Riverson? And if you remember, Riverson is the creature that gobbled up poor Seth in, I think, episode 3. Oh no, we've got to run. Run? Run where? I like the dripping effects, too. And of course, Neil, being the brilliant guy that he is, has an answer. Quiet, everyone. This vibrating sound. It's Morse code. It's a signal ships use to talk to each other. The length of the sound indicates letters. Let's see if I can decode it. Wait. This is Seth. But Seth's been eaten. Seth. Shh, quiet. Neil continues. Oh, slightly awkward bit of translation. I do have to give these translators a pass. I don't know how much time they have to do these games, or had to do these games back in the day. And I've at least seen translations done by, like, Google Translate and stuff of Japanese, and it doesn't translate easily into English. It's not like French or Italian or something like that where it might be a little awkward and funny, but you can read it pretty easily. Japanese is really very different from English. I can't say any names or anything, I guess, in Japanese. I'm so terrible at it. Anyway. I was swallowed by Riverson. And this is another interesting tidbit, as I interrupt the dramatic part here, is that Riverson is actually supposed to be Leviathan. But what happened was the Japanese saw it a different way and kind of, I guess, Romanized it, except made it Japanesized it. I don't know. There's probably a word for that. I'll have to look it up. Nihonized it? Who knows? But anyway, they made it into a more Japanese sounding word. And then it was retranslated, and the translator saw it as something that looked like River Sun. And it kind of makes sense since it is a big fish. Fish live in the river, or I don't know. There is at least some kind of sense behind that. But still, it's interesting to see how the whole thing got mixed up and regurgitated back to us as a completely different word, but you can kind of see the syllables are there. When I came to, the form of my body had changed. to Riversons. This Riverson is a creature who lives in the ocean. And it's very nice that they don't keep, like, doing that wall banging sound. I don't know if it's human or not. Well, it's probably not human if it eats people and lives in the ocean. Just saying. He said that evolution is being affected by the light of a comet. I wanted to continue the journey with you, but not in this body. You must figure out this riddle of the comet and the ruins. I don't hear anything now. Seth, I'm scared. This guy must have studied Morse code. Yeah, Seth was kinda smart. Seth, too, did a good thing. Oh, I guess he means Neil. But Seth didn't have a human form. No, Eric, don't jump to conclusions. Only humans think that human shape is the best one. Well, cheer up. Let's go. So, the whole thing was kind of funny. Like, it was just kind of like, oh, well, we threw Seth in here and had him say, hi, I'm absorbed into a giant creature of the ocean now. Solve that riddle of the comet. Like, you know, everyone's been telling us to do that, so I don't know why he has to come and reinforce it. It's almost like it's Facebook or something. Anyway, we're here at last. We've walked through the tunnel for almost a month. Look, a sign! What? Angel Tribe? Travelers, please use this room? Angels living in a place like this? They say angels don't like meeting with people. First we can rest in that room. Will, let's go. What? Will, come with me. What are you grinning about? I'll explore this place myself. Don't try to follow me. There's terror going off. Why are you so grouchy? Maybe she's just tired. Let her be for now. Of course, he just has to turn into that dandelion. Travelers, please use this room. Angel Tribe. Well, that's redundant. I really like the effect of the light coming down in shafts through these cave ceiling parts. Will, I want to talk to you about something. It's hard to talk about. I seem to have fallen in love with Lily. Oh my. I dream only of her. I want her to notice me. It's not like me, is it? I'll be a bra, I'll say not true. It's totally you, Lance. But you spent a lot of time together. It seems only natural. Soon it will be Lily's 15th birthday. I want to give her a present and tell her how I feel. What would you give her? A bouquet of flowers, a pretty necklace, a sweet kiss. Well, she would just love being randomly kissed. So we'll go with that one. That's the only thing she'd like, right? It might be too sudden, but if you think it's okay, I'll try it. Thanks for the advice. I'll think about it. It's good to have friends. It'd be funny if you tried that. Let's see if there's any red gems. I have missed quite a few red gems. But fortunately I have that extra save, so we will catch up on those. Cheat a little bit. Whatever. Like I said, I've collected them many times over the years, and I just don't feel it's necessary. Why do angels live in such a dark place? It feels so gloomy. The sun is really bright. I never noticed that before. I think the angels are descendants of the Moo people. Or Mew people, Moo people. It's kind of... sounds like giant cows from outer space. Or humanoid cows from outer space. And we will go into the town proper. Of course, you can see there's a very obvious connection between these angel folk and Mew. Doesn't take a Neil to figure that out. Angel Village entrance. Now these people are kind of interesting. They're kind of, I don't know, they're kind of like Vulcans, I guess. This is Angel Village. If our bodies are exposed to the sun for long, we'll perish. So I guess spending all that time in the tunnel did something to them. I don't know when we started living here, but when I look at the ocean, my heart aches. That's pretty interesting for people who claim not to have feelings. I have no emotions, or we have no emotions, excuse me. I've neither laughed nor cried since the day I was born. I just survived. Now you would think a culture without emotions wouldn't be terribly aware of that? Maybe, who knows. I mean, I think all of us humans have emotions. It's been said that we are the form into which humans evolve. So we will eventually turn into Vulcans. There's almost like a bit of a Grecian feel to this place. I don't know why. I am the Jeweler Gem. I control the 7 seas. I'm holding 22 of the red jewels for you. You've collected over 20 jewels. According to this list, your psycho power will be raised. It's a mysterious power given by the spirit. Your psycho dash power is increased. And we'll give them more jewels. Now, I think I'm very badly behind, because I kind of remember in the last playthrough having 30 red jewels at the time, at the point where I fought the vampires, because I was using Frieden's dark power, the upgraded Dark Friar on them, I'm pretty sure. Woman playing harp. Music is the best medicine for the soul. The right song will cure any disease. Well, I guess that kind of makes some sense, because they probably don't get any emotional value out of music. Oh, we found a red jewel, that's good. So, I suppose, you know, you might attach some other value to it. This is the Angel Village, and we've heard that one. People here love to dance. I dance to remember what it feels like to be human, but... Now, are they immortal? They don't really explain this. The picture on that wall was painted by Ishtar, but the model in the painting was lost. We are expressionless, but Ishtar painted us with faces overflowing with human kindness. After that, people wanting to be painted flocked here. I used to dance with the person in that picture. So you do have these people that we can't talk to, unfortunately. I wonder, there's actually been some hacks done that allow you to kind of pass through barriers and stuff, and I wonder if you can talk to those harpists. I am a sculptor. I plan to make 1,000 statues in my lifetime. all exactly the same. Oh, hey. Certainly takes dedication. Nothing else. I'll tell you, these Angel Tribe folks really have a knack for repetitive labor, it seems. They do well in retail. Very well, actually. I did work retail for some time in my life. And you really do have to kind of be a robot to survive in that field. But enough of that. Something fun to do while you're in college, work retail. She appears to be sleeping. It's like the spirit's drawn out. That's rather weird. Do they sleep standing up like bats? Certainly an unusual people. Do you know the painter Ishtar? Yeah. Ishtar's studio is on the other side of this door, but in front creatures with hate in their hearts are waiting. If you must go, you can open the door. Oh, okay, so we can open that. But before we do that, we're just going to go save. Did we miss parts of this area? I'll have to look, because I feel like I didn't explore the whole thing and get all the hints and stuff. But this is a good enough place to end the video anyway. I don't want it to run super long. We've had a lot of long Illusion of Gaia videos, and we do have a short dungeon ahead of us, so what I will do is I will come back later. We will do that dungeon, and I will also check and see if I missed anything for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And till next time, good luck and happy gaming.